Hello and welcome to today's intention. Okay, it says my speaker's not working properly. I disagree. Okay, so today, let's focus on taking time to really sit with how we feel about things. So, when we go into anxious mode, or we go into anger mode, if somebody says something, if we get cut off in traffic, all that stuff. Let's just see if we can take a little extra time and space to decide how it is we really feel and why we feel that way before we do something about it. So, one of these things that make that easier to do is the single conscious breath of intention, which is why I'm bringing this up. It's a tool that can be used for a lot of things. One of them is to give you that time and space to recover and act contextually within the parameters of what you consider yourself to be and who you want to be. So it's your choice. So the single conscious breath of intention that we do by developing this practice, we start using that and it's quite instantaneous within that breath. So I'm just bringing that up because I mean, every day it occurs to me more and more what we can do with this single conscious breath. And then eventually the single conscious breaths all line up. And then we're living as a completely conscious being, which is the goal, right? So, okay, we're going to take 30 minutes now. If you could find a place to sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be great. And go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start, as always, with a few slow, deep breaths. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and worries just dissolve and float away. You can do just fine without them for 30 minutes or so, I promise. For the next breath, I'd like you to fill your belly up as full as you can, not your chest, your belly. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the last breath, you just let everything go, even a sound. Just really allow yourself to fully let go. Inhale in. Good. And now we're going to focus on the body and make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these most wonderfully loyal servants that just want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to ask. If you can, feel your energy leaving through your feet now into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. Then we move on to the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, and we feel everything relax. Every body part or area that we touch upon, I'd like you to allow to revert back to its original blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation, just a beautiful flowing health and vitality. Move up to the upper legs and the pelvic area, the hips, the buttocks. We feel everything loosen. Then into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. The shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we bring our attention up to the skin of our scalp. This is a place where tension can hide sometimes. So I want you to just release anything you find there, almost as if your ears could wiggle. Maybe they can. And then moving down into the jaw, we allow it to unhinge, open up, and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into this pool of perfect relaxation. We see if we can get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And then moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our thoughts, our mind, actually. We're going to thank our mind for all the hard work it does on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite it to have a virtual seat on the couch and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. And now let's deal with the thoughts. We all have so many thoughts and they're moving so fast. Let's ask the help of the elements to help us deal with our thoughts. Beautiful tools, especially starting with fire. It's a wonderful tool for burning up that which no longer serves us, allowing us to be purified and be reborn from the ashes. We can see the sun as the element of fire quite easily. It is a big fireball, actually. So perhaps we can envision ourselves standing in full sunlight, feeling the heat radiating on our skin, maybe even seeing the light through our eyelids. And then we'll call upon the element of water, also a beautiful tool for this job, with the thoughts as it naturally retains memory in every drop. So let's envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river. And we can feel the coolness, the splash of the water against us. Perhaps maybe the currents pull against us. And then we're amazed and delighted as we just observe and watch as all of our old patterns and traumas simply detach and float down the stream. It's beautiful. Then we call in the element of air. So we're feeling the breeze or the wind against our skin, maybe raising a few goosebumps. And the air's specialty is to pull away all of the stories that we tell ourselves, all of our limitations, leaving behind only the shining truth. And finally, we call upon the earth elemental with her magnetic properties to attract to her and stick to her any heaviness or burdens that we're still carrying. Trusting in her ability to transform those energies into something of a higher frequency, perhaps maybe a seed sprouting to new life. If you find that you're taken away on wild rides by your thoughts without your consent, this is normal, this happens to all of us. So as soon as we realize that we are on one of these tangents, just simply bring yourself back to the present moment, back to your breath, back to the present moment. And sometimes it's just the practice of continually bringing yourself back. Eventually we find that we get to stay here longer in this place of peace and all possibility. So now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. And I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. Experience the buoyancy, the lightness of being as you glide down the staircase. And when you arrive on the platform at the bottom, I'd like you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to notice right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit, and brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so amazing. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. It can be anything you want. And this light is closest to the truest essence of which you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now and experience our energy bodies or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart to see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing as a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. Goes by many names in many cultures, doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with that flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of this at any time. You don't need to sacrifice anything to experience this, and there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the first things you might notice when you first join in is a sensation of coming home. of belonging. And then at some point, on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. They are also you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, bringing slightly different flavors to the same pie. And this nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and a wondrous capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of here today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing, and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention, because we can. So I want you to go ahead now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having, in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like it if you could fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body's balanced, your mental body is full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. Anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available. And just take a moment to really enjoy and expand into this vitality. Feel it filling you completely. And now I'd like you to extend that to include your friends and family. Witness the expression of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then to include your whole community, and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. It's just a matter of focusing our intention, sending those frequencies out. Now let's talk about abundance. There's plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. But most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions or our dreams in life. Each of us were seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, each of us have an innate need and desire to contribute as well. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss. And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, don't worry, that's okay. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into our conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Call up that memory. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. Now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning to jump out of bed to do it all again. And we just did this for the entire world. That's the reality we're creating. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? Look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see this all as already happened. It is done. So say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But for today, let's celebrate this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in art, in laughter, in playing. I'm seeing us all at this huge outdoor music festival. Everybody rejoicing. All the relationships healing. Magnificent. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, seeing the lights behind their eyes. Truly inspiring. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together today. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something miraculous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency resonance, this light, this love. All of a sudden, the lower, heavier energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. It all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere, to be transformed into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion, sensing all the connections clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. And now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out having a picnic with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, maybe you're bombing down a mountain on your skis, or you're out for a walk with your dog in the forest, enjoying the serenity. Maybe you're at work or having a laugh with a buddy. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to stop in your shoes right now and just look at all the beauty that surrounds you. All the natural beauty and all the man-made beauty. And just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd like to just focus on a little gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this precious life. Thank you, all my vulnerabilities. Thanks to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all these beauties. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us, light and love and healing and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I'd like you to take your whole created reality, build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. We're going to take a very large breath in. We're going to build up that energy ball. And then when we exhale, we're going to release and share it with the world. Here we go. Build up that energy ball and send it out. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing and energy. Good job. You can just feel those concentric rings of energy encircling the planet, blanketing it in these frequencies of peace and love and prosperity. Good job. Now I'd like you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit to really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room, to your space, open your eyes. And just notice how you're feeling. You can come back to this state of being at any time of your choosing with a single conscious breath of intention. That's why we do this, so that we can call it back on demand all the time, anytime, all the time. We become these walking, talking natural transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes, actually. So thank you. Thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded, it all works, it's all good. If you've been doing these intentions for a while and you're quite good at bringing the process all together, then whenever you get a few seconds throughout your day, try slipping it in with a single conscious breath. The breath in, you relax, create, breath out. You send those frequencies out there. Anytime you've got time, when you're brushing your teeth or you're standing in line or you're cooking supper, just give it a shot and just notice over the next few weeks. Have fun with it. Notice what kind of synchronicities might start happening for you. Notice what kind of shifts you're having in your life, whether it's, material or whether it's perception shifts that are making big differences for you. Just check in, notice. And I'll leave you at that, and we'll see you again for the next intention tomorrow. Have a good one.